What's up, guys? It's Nick from the Antiochian Village here with your Week 2 Games with James. Once again, I am not James. Today's activity is we're going to be doing egg drop challenge. This is a classic high school physics project. If you know anything about me, you know I'm a physics major, so we're all about that kinetic potential energy. Let's go over some of the required materials. We got duct tape, or any kind of tape is fine. We also have paper. You should have some of this from last week, so that's all good. Flexible straws. These can be bendy straws or regular straws. You can go to your local Chick-fil-A to get some of the finest straws in the nation. You can also use, optional here, various types of Chinese food takeout soy sauces and other things like duck sauce. These are totally optional, but highly recommended as they can provide great cushioning and they always give you way too many. No fortune cookies though. This fortune cookie, cheating. Get out of here, no fortune cookies. You're also gonna need an egg to protect. That's kind of important. All right, so let's kind of go over a brief physics portion about kinetic versus potential energy and kind of what's going on. Potential energy is just that. It's potentially energy. Basically, it varies with the height of an object. It's the energy of being stationary. Let's say that I were to place this object a height h above the ground. Your potential energy would be measured by mass times gravity. Gravity is a constant, negative 9.82 meters a second, times the height of the object. So what that means is the higher the object is, or the heavier the object is, the more energy that it has, the more potential energy it has. The reason that it's potential is because it's up to this height. What's gonna happen if we drop it? I'm not gonna drop this, don't play yourself. But if I were to drop this, it would have a ton of energy. Potential energy, that's kind of one type of energy. But what happens when it starts falling? As the height decreases, its potential energy also decreases, but it's gaining energy, right? Because it's moving. Trick question, it's not gaining energy. It's converting energy. It's converting potential into kinetic energy. What's kinetic energy? 1/2 mass times velocity squared, I think. Might have to look that up. Anyway, so the idea is that as we go from a high level of potential energy, as it goes towards the ground, obviously that height is decreasing. So the kinetic energy increases as it goes faster. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed unless you're God, but pretty sure you're not, so you can't really be messing with the laws of physics, sorry man. As it's going, it's gaining kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is the energy of motion. What we need to do as an engineer is we need to figure out what is the way that I can convert all of that kinetic energy and disperse it away from the egg while it's falling. Because depending on what height we drop it from, it could have a huge amount of potential energy. We don't want that energy going into the egg and causing it to break. So there are several methods that we can use to kind of disperse the energy. Basically, we want to lengthen the amount of time of impact. So if this egg were to drop on the table, the time of impact would be very short. But let's say we had a ramp. As it was falling and it got hit by the ramp and it kind of gently slowed down as it went down the ramp, all of that kinetic energy was slowly converted away from falling. As we lengthen the time of impact, we increase the likelihood that our egg would survive. And that's kind of important here. Eggs kind of feel weird, like when you shake them. Have you done that? Is it weird to hear this? Anyway, so let's talk about a few methods to go about building our egg dropping mechanism. All right, so here I've got a few of my straws here, and they kind of have this spring type action. I think I might use that in my build, I guess, because it could provide kind of like a spring, kind of like suspension in a car. As it falls, it might be able to crumple, increase the time of impact, and hopefully kind of elongate that so that we can disperse the energy. Another mistake that I commonly see when people are building egg drop projects, when they attach their straws, they angle them towards the egg, which seems like a good idea structurally because, oh, we're gonna really hold the egg well. But the problem with that is when we drop the egg, let's say it hits our straw here, all of the energy that this egg has is gonna go through the straw, and the straw becomes a rigid object, kind of like a spear poke right through and break our egg. Maybe if we found a way to disperse the energy and have it kind of go alongside the egg. Another thing that we can do to increase amount of time that the egg is falling or make it decelerate is we can build a parachute. Parachutes are really great. That's a great idea. You might be able to make something out of paper and straws. I think I'm gonna try a couple of those methods. Once again, most important major key is that we use our soy sauce and our duck sauce. No fortune cookies because I don't want the fortune cookie to affect my science experiment. Let's move on to the build. All right, guys, we just got the Lunar Lander built. No fortune cookies. But so here's basically what I did. It's sufficiently janky and strange, which is always an A+. So I've got it so that it's landing, taking these guys, these vertical straws that are going not through the egg, but kind of sideways against it. They're all set up. I have these additional things out here so that in the case that it lands and it's uneven, these guys help straighten it out, making sure it doesn't land on the side and crack. And then of course we have our parachute up here. Now this is not meant to take the entire brunt of the fall away, but rather as it falls, I want to make sure that it falls on the side that I have protected for that fall. So this is going to kind of make it fall straight, not meant to, you know, take the entire weight off the ground or anything like that. And we also have some very important and tactically placed duck sauce and soy sauce packets. We didn't use all of them, but that's okay. We can use them for our next lunar landing, which is kind of hype. But yeah, let's get to the drop footage. What's up, guys? It's Nick. My name's not James. I'm up here with our expertly crafted, exquisite thing. And we're gonna drop it here. This height is about 85 bajillion feet. I'm about to drop this. Let's see what's up. Wind angle, approximately 115 nautical miles per hour. We're gonna drop it. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. I hope, did that work? 2, 1. What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Nick Ashworth. My name is not James here. And I'm here to do the post-crash inspection report. This was not a crash, this was a landing, okay? Don't let anybody tell you differently, because guess what? Our egg is intact. Let's do an inspection. As you can see, the duck sauce padding is very well intact. We're very thankful for that. We could use this later on our Chinese food. We also have soy sauce intact, excellent quality, good to go. That drop was about 800 billion meters, which is pretty great. We use metric around here because we're real scientists. I think the most important aspect of this landing craft was the parachute. It really righted and made sure that the spacecraft landed correctly. If you actually look, we achieved our goal of accomplishing and getting a core sample of Mars. So we're glad about that. We're gonna use that scientific data later on. Ways I would improve the design is to use less straws, because it looks like the egg got attacked at like a Wendy's or something. So our engineering costs are probably pretty high here. We're gonna tone it down next time if we try again. But thanks for watching, y'all. Oh yeah, by the way, important side note, my mom's car and my mom's plants were not harmed in the making of this video. Make sure you're aware of where you're dropping your spacecraft. Furthermore, there was a wind gust that kind of drifted us a few degrees. Always keep that in mind and keep that as a factor in your landing surrounding calculations. Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate all the views and the feedback. Send me pictures of your random looking weird spacecraft. I'd love to see y'all's creative solutions. Everybody tag Elon Musk to make sure that he adds me on Facebook. And because I'm clearly the best engineer on the planet. In a few weeks, we're doing Lego creations. So if you guys have anything that's like super cool or just interesting, or you build anything, send a picture to james@avcamp.org. And Elias Anderson and I are gonna look through them and kind of see what's up and kind of talk about the different designs that people send in. So it'd be a really cool opportunity to get your work featured on the AV virtual camp page. I think it's just gonna be fun. So the more you guys that send stuff in, the more fun it's gonna be. So once again, that's james@avcamp.org. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see you later. Peace.
Ready?
Okay, we have to figure this out. We don't know.
Steady?
Wait,
You
how
ready?
do you do it again?
Let's go. It's actually showing it. That's fine.
Can we start now?
Yeah, your butt's in your camera.
Stop.
Let's do it again, backwards.
It's wind out here.
This is our tower.
No, it's not a tower. A tower fall over.